Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Two for One Special Podcast. My name Randall, and with me, as always, my boy LJ and the OG dad himself. Man, y'all go ahead and say what up to the listeners, man.
What's up? What's up?
What's good?
All right, everybody. Now, welcome back. Welcome back. We had to take a couple weeks off because of the holidays, but we are back in rotation. Now, during our little 2 to 3 week break, all hell broke loose between social media, especially in sports. So, OG Dad, inform these people what the hell going on with the sports industry.
Well, first I want to ask a question. Raise your hand if your team's in the playoff. If NFL team's in the
Oh
playoffs.
Lord, NFL
Come on,
team?
raise your
You said
hands.
NFL
NFL.
team?
Yeah.
I'm with the Lions. So yeah, they in there. I'm with the
I'm with the
Lions.
I'm with the Lions as well.
Y'all would never stop it.
I'm with the
Damn,
Lions.
y'all
See,
was
look, here's the thing. Look, Kansas City petty. They only did that because they did not want Joe in the playoffs. That's the only
They
reason
really
why.
didn't.
They
They
petty
really didn't.
because they could have at least intercepted the ball like 2, 3 times in the end zone, but they pretend like they got butter hands. But we ain't gonna talk about that. But we already know why. Yeah. But
I mean, you know who what's McCall is scared of the most.
oh yeah,
That's
we
it.
already know that.
Yeah,
I
Joe.
think Joe is 3-1 against against
Yeah,
Kansas.
something like that.
It's something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. But let's talk about Fox Sports One or Fox Sports in general and their turmoil they got going on. Um, I'm gonna try to stay professional when I talk about this, but it's harder to let these jokes off. I ain't gonna hold you, but Skip Bayless. The suit includes Skip Bayless, um, one of the higher ups. I can't think of what his position is.
He's like the
Executive
CFO, yeah, he's the executive director for
director.
most of the
Yeah.
shows.
Yeah, executive director, and Emilio Ocho is catching strays now because of it. But it's all um, framed under the umbrella of the culture that's going on at Fox Sports. So, to explain it to anybody who has no idea what's going on, a hairdresser who works for Fox Sports has filed a lawsuit against Fox Sports and named Skip Bayless, Joy Taylor, one that executive we were talking about before, and just naming random people in the suit to talk about the culture and how she felt she was sexually harassed. Skip Bayless apparently, this is all in the suit. You can read it. Offered her $1.5 million for him to sleep with her, and at first, when she kept asking, she said she's not interested. Then she tried to get him. He tried to get. She said you're married, and he said, "Man, this is all part of the lawsuit. This is part of the lawsuit that he said, aren't you Muslim? Does your dad have like 3 wives?" So he offers her $1.5 million. Said I could change your life. Um, this is the toughest of looks for Skip Bayless in that one. That's one part. And she said she told HR she's brought up the chain and nothing's ever happened because Skip Bayless, for all intents and purposes, was the moneymaker for Fox Sports.
Mm-hmm.
What else? And then just to like the um, the lawsuit strategically put Joy Taylor in there to let them know what is the culture around there. So like her lawsuit has teeth, and so Joy Taylor admitted to the hairdresser that she had slept with the executive just so she could frame him later for sexual assault and use that to get higher up in the company. She also slept with Emilio Ocho, so she could get a higher position in the company where she could be a co-host, which she is a co-host of the show now. And then that let go of a guy I won't speak his name because I can't stand him, and Marcellus Wiley, who were on the show first, and they got replaced with Joy Taylor. I think it was Keyshawn. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's all kinds of stuff. The document is long and it tells a lot of stories. How Joy just stopped talking to the hairdresser lady when they stopped becoming friends, and when she wouldn't do what she did to get ahead, apparently. And when she tried to confide in Joy about this stuff, Joy told her, "Get over it, get over yourself, and just do it." So, yeah. What are you guys' thoughts on the whole thing?
LJ, you go first.
Uh, it's a wild document. It alleges a lot of things. I think also in the lawsuit, I think she named Joy Taylor also because she's also being sued. The hairdresser is also suing her, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody who got named to getting sued, except for maybe Emmanuel Ocho, I'm not completely sure about that one. But
He's not getting sued, but he's named like to speak on the culture.
right,
For what I've read, the Joy Taylor part is it that might be thrown out because it's a matter of like
hearsay.
she really didn't harass you. She told you to get over. That's never really classified.
Yeah,
But her getting sued is probably might get out. But the testimony that she has about it is probably gonna stay in.
right. Well, I mean, it just goes to show you. So, like, Skip Bayless was the guy for FS1 ever since he left the show with not Shannon Sharp,
Stephen
with
A.
Stephen A. He got Shannon Sharp on there, and then everybody know they had their eventually falling out, which seemed to be a thing for a long time, and just blew over when the Damar Hamlin situation happened. But it it it's just a crazy situation over there at FS1, and I don't know what you do to fix that other than firing everybody involved. If you want to fix it, I don't know if you even want to fix it, because it is only that. Well, it's probably more people out there. We're probably going to hear that there was way more people out there because usually once one gets out, there starts to be a couple others. You might have to wait through to see if some of them are true or not, but you're probably going to get a lot more truthful ones than a lot of people would be expecting to see and hear. Um, it's just a wild situation, but it's something that you still see today. People will like to say like this doesn't happen every day. This doesn't happen anymore. This ain't the '80s. It's like no, it still happens. It's just they either cover it up better or it does eventually come to light. I mean, look at Blizzard. Look at riots. All of them have had their own sexual allegations and weird parties happen. It's a I don't know what to say. It's just a crazy situation, honestly.
Listen, I'm saying that there's no way on earth Skip off of that lady $1.5 million just to hit. There's no way. I just can't see that. I just can't see that. You
I
can.
100% see it.
Yeah,
I 100%
because
see it.
it's not about. So you come from it from a point of view of once he said no, he could have gone to somebody else and offered some more money to less money to that would have let him have sex with her.
Right.
The whole point of this is that he wanted to show that he could have whoever he wanted, just based off of the fame, the money, everything. So
It wasn't much about the money. It's more about the power of the situation.
right. So once she said no, that made him want to do it more because she said no.
Who tells Skip Bayless no type of thing.
Right. So I can 100% believe that it happened.
I,
I just don't.
I just if that is true, if that man really offered that girl 1.5 mil just to hit, he need to be arrested and get off TV. Period, because that's just ridiculous at that point. Now
Well, he's
everything.
not on TV no more, is he?
Now he's still
He
on
has, he
TV.
hasn't worked for Fox Sports in a while, actually.
He still got a program though, but he ain't. Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, he don't got a program. He don't.
No,
I thought,
he was gone like a while ago.
Damn.
right. I thought they had got
It
rid
was
of him.
before. It was like before the holidays. He was gone, I believe.
So what he do? He said he don't do nothing.
he
Just at
just has
home.
his podcast now.
Oh, that's probably what I'm thinking about then. But never mind. Well. Still, I don't know, man. Hollywood weird. People weird. Celebrities weird.
Hollywood is weird.
If he like I said, if that man offered 1.5 mil to get her, I don't know what to say. He desperate. He got a wife too, if I'm not mistaken. So other than that, everything else, how she was a radio host and a bartender, and how she mysteriously came out of nowhere to be on Shannon Sharp with Skip on Undisputed. You know, it is what it is. A lot of people, sadly, a lot of ladies in that type of field usually get picked up in environments like that just because they pretty, and they could be like, oh, we can see you as a TV host, or we can see you on TV just because you're pretty, even though you don't got no damn experience. But as long as you say whatever's on the screen and look pretty, they gonna go with it. But sadly,
So
go ahead, Dad.
also, Joy Taylor had already had like a semi foot in the door because of her brother Jason Taylor, the old Miami Dolphins defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
So she had the network connections already to get in. So it's not like she had to do what she did, but like if what's put in this case is true, she did so it sped up the process, I guess, to what she wanted and her goals.
Yeah, pretty much. On top of that, like they said, she was a radio host, so I'm pretty sure she already had, and she was in Miami. Was it Miami or Los Angeles? It was one of the two. I think it was Miami. But either way it goes, she was a radio host too, so I'm pretty sure she had connections on that. On top of being a bartender, so I'm pretty sure she got connections in both fields. Like you said, I think he just heard if allegedly if whatever is true, if that is true, she just spread up the process a little bit more. 'Cause a lot of people were surprised to even see her because they were like, "Who the hell is her?" Because we never heard of her, or we never seen her in this field, and then boom, here she is on this big TV show with Skip and Shannon. So and other stuff, I believe it. Like I said, Hollywood weird. She just probably didn't want to say nothing, and then something happened, and she like, yeah, screw it, I'm finna lay everything out in this document. Now, if it is true that old girl did sleep with all them folks to get to where she is today, I don't know how people gonna feel about that. If you ask me, it is what it is. She pulled a Kim K. She was just trying to get her money up, and instead of working do the hard way, she used what she have to get where she at. So, it is what it is on that. We just gotta wait to see whatever the trial date for all this gonna happen. I don't even know when they gonna go to court.
It's not gonna hit. I would be surprised to see it in this year as the lawsuit happened.
Yeah,
The damning part is done. The damage to the court of public opinion is out there already right now.
Now, to be honest with you, she really didn't have to say all that stuff about old girl. She just put that in there just to start some stuff because
It needed to be said to build her case.
yeah, that's pretty much why she
Of,
did it.
of the culture of what's going on there. So
And then, like, she was the biggest female talent at FS1.
Yeah.
And what happened is she's trying to say the biggest talent at FS1 slept to get to the top.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So,
But at the end of the day, our boy Jimmy Butler is no longer a Heat fan or Heat player.
I mean, yes, he is. He still is. He hasn't been
That man
traded
don't
yet.
LJ stop denying it. That man don't want to
I
play.
mean, no, he wants to
That
leave.
man don't want to play in Miami, and I
He don't.
cried when you told me to go check out that clip of him saying he do not love the game anymore because he in Miami. I fell to my knees and started crying, and now look where we at. Dad, what we gonna do, Dad? What Miami gonna do, Dad?
Miami is unfortunately in a very bad position because it's known that he don't want to be there. Jimmy has already said, told some teams, I think it was the Grizzlies and something else, that he is not going to sign an extension there, and he don't want to be there.
Which is
So
wild. Why would you say that to the Grizzlies? Ain't the Grizzlies one of
Probably
the?
because it got Ja, and he probably don't like Memphis. Cause you gotta also think. I ain't mean to cut you off there. You also gotta think when you looking for a team, you looking for organizations, the players, the coaches, all that. On top of that, you looking at the location. Going from Miami to Memphis, that's that's a down. If anything, he going somewhere out west, more than likely, either somewhere close to California.
Ain't he from Chicago?
I don't think he's from
I
Chicago.
don't know, but he played for Chicago. I don't think he going back. He played for Chicago, but
It's
he
more about brand at this point, though.
exactly yeah. So and then on top of that, I think Golden State said that they had interest in him too. So I don't know,
Yes, high
but
interest.
more than likely he going somewhere out west because unless either gonna be either somewhere up north or somewhere out west. He ain't finna go to Memphis from Miami
And
to
the problem
Memphis. Nah,
is,
he ain't doing that.
and the problem is also is that Jimmy, the Miami Heat have played their cards already by suspending Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
So like they're pretty much saying, come get him from us, and they're going to get crap offers right now.
exactly. 'Cause he about almost 40. He ain't in his prime no more. And I was telling LJ this. I told LJ this a while back. Once we lost that final appearance, that second finals appearance, because Jimmy ain't had no help, I told LJ like, yeah, he ain't staying in Miami no more. I already seen it in his eyes. He was sick of Miami, because Jimmy is the type of player. Jimmy ain't a player who gonna stay there no matter what. He ain't a franchise player. Jimmy wants to win, get his rings, and get his money, which I don't blame him. And
He
that
hasn't gotten the ring yet.
I know, but that's why he
Anyway.
want to leave Miami because he's 'cause he ain't the player. Like most of the like Stephen Curry, no matter what, he staying in Golden State. He ain't finna leave or nothing. He's a friend. That's their franchise. You can say LeBron James was something similar, but we all know he all over the place. But perfect example is Stephen Curry. That joker is not finna go nowhere. If Steph leave the Warriors, I don't know what's gonna happen. But Steph gonna stay with the Warriors. Same with Kobe. Kobe stayed with the Lakers no matter what. Especially his last two seasons when they went like 15 and 60 something. He ain't going nowhere. Jimmy Butler, on the other hand, he just wants championships and money. He wants a team that he know for a fact they already got good players to where all he got to do is just go in and boom, he's like, oh, we are a finals contender if I go there. You know what I'm saying? So like I was telling LJ like a couple months ago or whatever, or last year, when we lost that second finals, I told LJ we don't have the support players for Jimmy, and I'd be surprised if he retired here. Because at first he did say he wanted to retire in Miami. I think that's when he first got there, or his second year, or third year, whatever, one of them years. But he did say he wanted to retire in Miami. But once I found out that he lost them two finals appearances, I was like, yeah, he ain't finna stay. He's sick and tired. He needs some help, and he gonna go somewhere. They already got a team. All he got to do is just go in there and boom, and that's it.
So, and that's fine. But from my understanding, also, it sounds like nobody wants to come to Miami. And it seems like nobody wants to come to Miami. I'm not sure if it's because of Coach Spo. I don't think it's completely on him. I think it's because of Pat Riley. I think players don't like Pat Riley no more because Pat Riley had some what's a good word? It's not archaic, but draconian. He has some draconian like rules in place. Like you have to be a certain body fat percentage, and
Mm-hmm.
if you over that, you owe him money or the team money. And that's like crazy, especially living in Miami where it's already expensive to live. I
Right.
mean, of course, they're multi-million-dollar people, right? And it don't really matter for them, but still, that's why some people say they don't want to go to LA because the taxes are so much in there. So, but I think the main reason why he wants to get out of there I, is I'm gonna say probably like 20% the coaches, 80% Pat Riley.
Right. I see that.
So
I can see that.
I think if you're the owner of the Miami Heat, you got to take a good long look at your team and be like, why aren't stars coming? It's Miami. This is it's the Southern LA, right? Or that's how people want to describe Miami. Sometimes it's like South LA. Why aren't people coming down here? And you have to look at your team and be like, who's the constant as to why I keep having people not wanting to come here? And it sounds like Pat Riley. My understanding, Dwayne Wade almost left because of Pat Riley.
You know, Dwayne
He
Wade
did
did
leave.
live
He did leave,
because they
right?
didn't want to give him the. I ain't mean to
Right.
interrupt you, OJ. They
No,
didn't
you
want to
were
give him the money. They gave it to Draco because Draco wanted no. Dwayne wanted like extra 5 mil or something. And if I remember correctly, Dad, correct me if I'm wrong. I think Pat Riley denied Wade that money, so he went to Chicago for like a couple months. Then they decided like, okay, you don't look like Dwayne Wade in Cleveland jersey. Come back to or Chicago, wherever he went, Chicago, Cleveland, one of 'em.
He
Dwayne Wade.
started in Chicago,
Yeah,
then I think he played a year in Chicago,
Yep.
then went to Miami, like Cleveland in the
He
off
went to
season.
Cleveland,
yeah.
and then
The
they
fall,
traded away that whole entire team except for LeBron
But
James and two
it
other
based
people.
at the end of the day, it was about money. I think Pat Riley played a part in that. They didn't want to give Dwayne Wade the money.
Okay, so so Dwayne Wade left. He did eventually come back because he retired there, but
Yeah,
Dwayne Wade left, right? LeBron James left because of Pat Riley. Chris Bosh had to retire because of the blood clot issue he had going on.
right.
I'm trying to think what other major star kind of went.
Shaq.
Shaq. Oh, Shaq and Pat Riley used to have it out all the time. Um, and then I mean that's the last big star really for the Heat, other than since Jimmy got there and our center now because he's kind of like the number two guy now. Uh,
Bam Adebayo.
there you go. So if Bam says next that he wants to leave too, you gotta. I mean, like I said, if you're the owners, you gotta really look at your team and be like, okay, why are people leaving? Why are people staying? What's going on here? I understand Pat Riley don't run you 5 championships. Pat Riley is one of the most prestigious coaches slash general managers in the game, but it's a different time period now. You got to It's like college football with NILs. That's why Nick Saban left. He couldn't handle NILs anymore. It might just be time for Pat Riley to just retire and sit on the coast and just watch.
They call him the Godfather in the NBA for a reason.
Like he does have you said archaic, and I agree with that word too because his old school mentality runs a lot of players off. He Jimmy Butler's been asking for another star to be next to him. Um, I don't know how y'all feel about him, but Tyler Hero is not that guy. He's
No,
so
he's not.
on
No,
and
he,
off.
no.
Bam Adebayo is one of my favorite players in the league, like top like one of my favorite players, but he's not a superstar. You know, like he's a damn good role player. You know,
I
like
think
an all star. He's an all star player.
there you go. I
J-
think also.
yeah, Jimmy Butler needed like a star to go there. Like right now, one of Jimmy Butler's teams that he wants to go to is the Phoenix Suns. and the Phoenix Suns
Mm-hmm.
got the equity to do it. I mean, Bradley Beal just got benched. That's
Did he? I
easy.
haven't been watching basketball, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
Bradley Beal was recently benched. Um, he was never a fit over there, to be honest. With him, Devin Booker, and KD, they never hardly ever play together. So it's like it it hasn't worked yet, and I don't think it's going to work. So getting Bradley Beal might be the best piece, like individual piece that they're going to get. Um, the Warriors, they got a couple of young pieces they could give them, but like if you want like a person for a right now situation, Bradley Beal is going to be your best bet. But going back, I was saying he wants to play with a superstar like Kevin Durant and Devin Booker
Right.
or Steph Curry.
Yeah.
You know, like he wants to go somebody to where he's like, oh my gosh, we're not scoring. Like now I gotta score. Jimmy Butler is not. Jimmy Butler will lock you down and score when he needs to and take over a game when he needs to. But like he's not the player to do that every game.
Right.
So he does need somebody else to help him out with that.
He we said that when during the finals, we would say they need a primary scorer. He's not a primary scorer. He's your primary defender. He'll lock up the other guy's best player. Yeah, that's
Right.
fine. But he's not going to be the guy. And he can get buckets, but he can't do that every night. Uh, and that's what they have always needed. It was kind of like how it was supposed to be is that Jimmy Butler was two, Bam Adebayo was three. They needed a one, and Tyler Hero was their 3-point shooter who could get hot at any moment. But they never got that number one star.
Right.
So
See, the problem with Tyler Hero and his and this happens every year. Every year is it's the Jordan Poole effect because it happened. It started with Jordan Poole. Nobody knew who the hell Jordan Poole was until the playoff came, and when the playoff came, they said, "Oh, Jordan Poole, the third Splash Brothers," because he was dropping by 30, 20 points a game, by 5, 6, 7 threes a game. Go ahead, Dad. What you about to say?
I wouldn't say it's a Jordan Poole effect. I would say more it's a Steph Curry effect with playing next to Steph Curry, and you're getting all these open looks, and you're able to play more freely and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because when Steph Curry was hurt, Jordan Poole was like the only off him and D'Angelo Russell, and that he wasn't really doing much. He was doing okay because he had to start. He had to get points because he was force feeding it. But when he was playing with Steph and Clay at the same time, and that first year when they won the title, he was getting buckets because Steph and Clay were getting double teamed or something like that, and he would be open. Like that got him his contract right there. That year got him his contract. But he left and he's like, oh, Jordan Poole, you really aren't that guy. Right now we're getting the same effect with Pominski, the guy we had last year, the rookie from last year. He was balling out of control last year because of Steph Curry effect. Everybody's focused on Steph Curry. Pominski can stand in the corner, get open buckets. And now this year people know his name and looking at him, and he's not playing good. That's why they had a trade for what's his name? Oh, I can't remember his name. Dennis Schroeder. They had a trade for Dennis Schroeder to take Pominski's minutes, and circle it back. That's probably who they're going to get in the trade with Jimmy Butler. They're going to get Pominski. So
in other words, the Heat just going to be bad the rest of this year, probably the next 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Until they actually, like I said, they're going to have to get rid of Pat Riley. It's time for him to go home.
They're gonna do another rebrand.
Heat culture is an overrated term right now.
Oh, it is. Once Dwayne Wade left, that's when the Heat culture left.
Mm-hmm.
but before we go to the college football, because we damn sure got to talk about the hell happened with the playoff. Tyler Hero he's a playoff all-star. And what I mean by that is every year some unknown player will just magically get good in the playoffs. and be a superstar, and their team will be like, "Oh, now we finna start him." Happened with Austin Reeves, happened with Jordan Poole, then it happened with Tyler. Tyler was going off in the 2020 bubble, which kind of helped them led to the finals. And ever since then, he got the hot head, and now look where he at. He been downhill ever since. Been getting injured. He can't even shoot the three no more. So, but that's what I mean. He like Jordan Poole kind of started, then Austin Reeves came, then Tyler came, or Tyler came, then Austin Reeves, then they get in the playoffs, and then they first year they be somewhat decent, and the second year they just fall off. Same shit happening with Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero has always been a six man at best in my eyes.
Yeah, yeah,
Like he's not that guy you can rely on, and he proved that the year after the bubble. Like he was not good until like the playoffs. Say, oh yeah, he is on the team, and like he'll hit a couple clutch threes, and then go 0 for 7 the next day. You
yep.
know, so it's like you can't rely on Tyler Hero. They should have traded him 2 years ago, and even last year, but they didn't because they felt like they weren't getting his worth. Well, Tyler Hero's worth is not that much, to be honest. Like he is a guy who because it's the playoffs and the lights are brighter and he can shine one day, you think that's gonna be every day and it's not. Tyler Hero is really not that guy. I said it before, like what you're talking about Jimmy need help. It's not coming from Tyler Hero. It's just not. You try to throw him like if I'm the Miami Heat, I'm dumping everybody. I am dumping everybody and just call it what it is. Call it a rebuild and just dump everybody. You get rid of Bam, you get rid of Tyler Hero, you get rid of Jimmy, you just dump everybody.
At this point, that's basically what they need to do. To be honest with you, but we'll see. But me and LJ, our Heats ain't doing so good. But one thing before we get to the college football, one thing I will say, our Auburn Tigers in basketball is doing their thing. We ranked number two, and I forgot
No, no, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it.
we
Don't
lost.
jinx it.
Don't talk.
Oh, don't talk about. I thought we lost.
No, don't talk.
Also, like before we get into college, I want to talk about another subject before too.
Yeah, go ahead, Dad.
Um,
You scared me. Hold on, you scared me for a second, LJ. I thought we lost.
No.
You just don't want to
You don't
Tennessee,
wanna
jinx it,
jinx
Tennessee
it.
got blown out by Florida.
huh?
Tennessee was number one. They got blown out by Florida.
Oh, damn.
college basketball, the rankings are going up and down. Everybody's losing. Like
I mean, that's always college.
I'm just happy.
It's always college
Auburn,
basketball.
I'm just happy Auburn ranked at something that me and LJ like. That's all I'm just saying. But go ahead, Dad. What you? Yeah, I'm sorry, LJ. We gonna be quiet. But what you said? What you about to say, Dad?
speaking of the city of Miami, did y'all see Tyreek Hill's press conference?
Look, man. Listen here. Stephen A. is right. Stay your ass where you at, cause you got money hungry, and you won. And you know damn well you could have at least won by 3-4 Super Bowls where you was at. You got money hungry. That's why you went to Miami. Then you made this whole press run when you went to Miami. You was on these stream of streams doing this and that and third, talking about how good Miami is. It ain't our fault that your goddamn QB got a fucking peanut for a head, to where every time he touched the ground he get concussion. It ain't our fault. So I'm with Stephen A. Stay your ass where you at. You should have got that money. You should have said, damn. Well, Kansas City is a phenomenal ass organization. I got an amazing QB. At the end of the day, at least let me cut a couple mil to where we can make our team even better. To where I'm gonna get that money back regardless, because you're gonna get money. You're gonna get some more money when you win the Super Bowl. On top of that, if you play your cards right, your sponsors and endorsement, all that will increase even more. So if you cut your salary, it won't even be like you cut your damn salary, because you're gonna have some more money on outside of the NFL. So I'm with Stephen A. Take your Hill, stay your ass where you at, and he funny as hell for putting that AB picture on his profile.
So I would say this, in fairness to Tyreek Hill, he 2 years ago he was an MVP candidate.
He was.
While he was playing with the healthy Tua. he can't help who throws him the ball. He can help by catching some balls, but he can't help who throws him the ball. So,
Now I will say this, and LJ, you can say whatever after me. Technically, he can go back because old dude who went to Blunt down here, I forgot his name, that was on Kansas City, and left and went to Cleveland and got released from Cleveland. He could take his spot.
oh, Kadarius Tony?
Kadarius Tony. He could take his spot.
Nah, he ain't going there next year. Kansas City does well without him. Tyreek Hill is way overpriced right now.
But now, like Stephen A. said, he burned too many bridges. He ain't going back to Kansas City. I know that for a fact. He burned too many bridges when he left Kansas.
I don't know because I'm pretty sure now they do have they have a golden young receiver now in I can't think of his name.
Jalen Waddle?
Yeah. No. I'm not talking about Miami, I'm talking about Kansas City.
Oh, Kansas City.
Yeah, he was the Texas wide receiver. I think he was
Hollywood Brown?
No. I can't think of his name. He's a rookie.
Oh, Texans? DeAndre Hopkins.
No. Kansas City. He went to the University of Texas. The receiver, the rookie.
Oh, Xavier. No.
No,
Xavier Worthy?
Flowers go to no.
Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, Worthy. He's a young receiver. I mean that could be. I'm not gonna say that's gonna be the next Tyreek Hill, but that's a young receiver for them that can be really good. I'm pretty sure Kelsey's retiring after this year.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
He probably got. He got
think
two
he's
more.
done. I think he's just done. I think.
Hold on, when his contract is up?
I think either this year or next.
I'll look it up right now.
I'm about to say, depending on his contract, he probably gonna play one more year.
But I think he's done. I think he can make as much money at home. He got a rich ass girlfriend. So I mean,
and a number one sports podcast.
And
he has
sports podcast.
He got next year his last year of the contract.
If he win the Super Bowl this year, then that's gonna be a farewell tour next year.
But I mean, I think there's a chance for him to return, especially if like I said, I think Kelsey retiring. So maybe they allow him to get back in there so they can make sure they have a true number one receiver on their team. I don't know. Tyreek Hill just crazy. Maybe he is the next AB. Who knows? I don't see too many teams. I see teams wanting him, but I don't know how much they really want to deal with his drama. He might go to the Cowboys, honestly.
A lot of people saying the Steelers.
Oh, he's not gonna make it on the Steelers.
There's two teams he wouldn't make it on. That's like as far as like scheme wise and stuff like that. It's one's the Steelers and the other one's Washington.
It's not scheme wise. I just he's not gonna get along with the head coach because he done. I mean, the head coach done dealt with AB. He's dealing with George Pickens right now. Like he done dealt. He knows how to deal with crash out wide receivers, and I'm pretty sure he just don't want to deal with another one. That's just me though.
But which team will y'all think he should pick him up though?
The Bills.
Actually, that's a really good pick.
Yeah. You ain't lying. That is a good pick.
Because they ain't got nobody. Let's be honest. Like it's Josh Allen and the gang.
Surprised that they got the record that they got.
I'm pretty sure that's where he's going to go, and it would make. I mean, it's funny because everybody says what's the quarterback for the Bills again?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Is Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are the two best quarterbacks in the NFL right now?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and now you get his former weapon that he used to beat you with before. So
yeah. But they
you got the Lamar in there also.
To be honest with you,
Well, hold on.
The two I'm talking about the two best teams. We all know. The QB.
Oh, you said quarterback.
Yeah, but I'm just saying to beat like Kansas City, the team, the Bills, and the Bengals are the number
The
two.
the Bills are not going to beat Kansas City.
No, I'm just saying.
Not in the playoffs.
I'm just
No
saying
playoffs.
that they could. It's a possibility.
The
No.
Ravens have a better chance of beating them in the playoffs than the
But
Bills do.
here's the thing, though. The Ravens be so good, but when it comes to Kansas City, I don't know what the hell Lamar be on. He choked.
They played them good,
No, I'm
like
talking
they
about.
made it to the conference championship, and I think they played them good. Let me look. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's me.
There was one game he looked kind of bad. And I'm not sure.
Because
I can't
it was
remember.
1 year. I don't know. It was either a year or two ago. All I know was the Ravens was outstanding. They was going like 14-2, something like that.
I mean, that was last year.
And then Kansas City was like 7 or something. They were having a horrible start. And all of
That
a
was
sudden,
last year.
here comes the playoffs, and they choked against Kansas City. It's like Lamar didn't know who to throw the ball to. Now, to be honest with you, Tyreek can go to Baltimore as well.
Yeah, he could.
Good. They
The
have,
score was 17-10. What are we talking about?
Like I
Neither team was putting up numbers.
Like I said, when it comes to be honest with you, I don't know what's going on with Kansas City, but when it comes to Kansas City, the teams be amazing, and then they just crumble when they come.
Was that the championship game or that was this year's game?
That was a championship game.
We'll see. But like I said, it's just like almost every team they play. It's like when they play Kansas City, it's like they scared. Like they scared
No,
to touch.
Because I remember. So I remember what was happening that game. And everybody thought it was going to be a blowout because the Ravens had the number one offense.
Yeah,
or
they
the
was
better
amazing
offense.
that year. Yeah.
And then their offense just sputtered for no reason.
No. I'm looking at it right now. Zay Flowers fumbled on his way to the end zone that one time. When he was diving into the end zone, and Zay Flowers fumbled.
Oh yeah, that was a whole controversial thing about that stuff. That
But it was a fumble, and it went to the back of the end zone for a touchback.
yeah.
So
Damn, I sure
and that would have given them the lead.
I sure
So-
forgot about that. They were about to be dude up because he did that. Well, we'll see. It's just like the teams. It's like when it comes to, I forgot when LJ said this. It's like the NFL wants Patrick Mahomes to win his 3-peat, and then once they do this 3-peat, they're gonna be like, okay, y'all can do whatever y'all want. We just want Kansas to boost our ratings and money. We just want Kansas City to win this Super Bowl. We want like to win this Super Bowl, and then after this season, y'all can do what we gonna allow anybody else. But we just want Kansas City because we got Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. We just want them to win the Super Bowl so we get our money, get the viewership up, and call it a day. That's how I feel. Cause how in the hell they went 15-1, and we can go back at least 2 to 3
Their
games.
defense was solid. The defense was elite this year.
We can go back at least 2 to 3 games where we could be like, okay, the refs ain't called this, they called back on this, and they should have lost.
Well, they should have lost the Ravens game week 1, but Isaiah Likely's feet didn't touch. So did he get his feet in? But in all honesty, Kansas City's defense carried them this year, straight carried them. So it's to where Patrick Mahomes didn't have to be Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes was like maybe he wasn't the number 1 quarterback. He was maybe the 5th best quarterback this year. So he didn't have to be the superstar when your defense is playing that way.
I just don't want them to win. Because they going to call them
I
a
think
dynasty.
most of America don't want to.
Most of America don't want to win because of Taylor Swift. that's one problem there. But we'll see. All I know is 2 teams that can potentially beat them: Ravens and the Bills are the only 2 teams that can possibly beat
I
Kansas
won't
City.
believe the Bills can beat the Chiefs till the Bills actually beat the Chiefs. And I wake up the next day and the game still stood. I will never believe that.
I mean, I already said it. It's going to be Lions versus Chiefs. It is what it is. Who I don't know who wins it, but I'm hoping it's the Lions.
I hope the Lions too. I just like Dan Campbell, especially after that HBO behind the scenes thing before 2 weeks ago. It made me love him. He just say, "Look, I just like the team. I just want to rebuild the city." And he said something to the reporters, and I was like, "Yeah, he a true American. I like it." But we'll see. I just don't want Taylor Swift team to win because that's what they call them, Kansas City Taylor Swift team. Because technically, she can low key buy that team because she got all that money.
I don't know if she can buy the whole team.
You know me. I'm just talking. But let's go to college because Boise blew my mind. They shut him down. He ain't run over 100 yards, or they ain't rush for 100 yards. I think they stopped them at like
He ran
eight.
for over 100.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Oh no, hit the record. He was 84 yards off the record. I'm tripping. My fault.
Yeah. I'll say this: in watching the game, first of all, my bad. Let's focus on Boise. First of all, Boise beat themselves. Boise beat themselves more than Penn State beat them. It's when you're that high in the playoffs, you can't make mistakes that they were making. The penalties, the drop passes, the missing blocks, missing tackles. Um, Boise State beat Boise State beat themselves more than Penn State won that game. I will say that.
I believe. Yeah, I ain't watching, but I believe though. See, that was at work, but I believe.
And we're gonna say something about that LJ.
I was, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let you finish.
Well, I'm done with the Boise one. I was going to comment on the rest of the college playoff.
I I think it was really they should have known that Penn State was going to put everybody in the box.
We called it.
They should have known that, but it just seemed like Boise State did not prepare for that for some reason. I understand you wasn't a quarterback air team. I get that, but you should have had something where you could at least pick apart the defense because you were going to know that they were going to stack the box against you. Put in extra pass protection and hope your quarterback can get these easy dots and put whatchamacallit Gentry out to catch a couple of balls so that maybe he could get some yards that way. But they never did that. It was just, we're going to try to run it. Okay, we're third and long. Let's throw the ball. And it's like, why are you throwing the ball at third and long? You should have did that first and second down so you can get less yards and then let your all-star running back go. But that's, I don't know. I just felt like their game plan was just stupid the whole way through. So.
I agree. They should have adjusted more. They should have made more adjustments. They had other players who stepped up some, but like it wasn't a good look on Boise State's part. I also want to talk about how all teams with the bye are one and done.
We already knew Oregon was gonna lose. Oregon, when it comes to playoffs,
I had Oregon going all the way.
Oregon.
I didn't think they were going to lose to whatchamacallit. I'll be honest. I thought they were going to be Ohio State.
I told y'all this from the very beginning. Oregon, when it comes to playoffs, are known for choking. They always do this.
That wasn't a joke, job. That was just a beat down by Ohio State.
And I'm trying to tell
Ever
you.
since they lost to Michigan, they done had this monkey on their back, and they let it ride them to the finish line.
I'm trying to tell y'all, for some strange reason, when it comes to playoffs, Oregon always chokes. I don't know what's going on with the water or whatever. I don't know what's going on when they get to the playoffs. The regular season, I don't know. They on steroids. But when it comes to the playoffs, Oregon is known for choking. They've been doing this for whenever the last time they won a championship. They that's what they known for. They always choke. Don't know why. Don't know why they go good. They be like one. They lost one or two. I think the most they lost in the regular season maybe 3 games, and that's it. So they amazing in the regular season, but when it comes to playoffs, they choke. I don't know why, but I already knew Oregon gonna choke. Oregon just no, they just I don't know. They just choke. So I already knew they were gonna lose. I ain't know, like you said, I ain't know they're gonna lose that early, but I knew they wasn't gonna win the playoffs. I knew that.
So when the playoffs started, they've been in they've been in the college football playoff a few times in the thing. So, and you can't really say it's a choke job they um when they usually they get out the first round and maybe lose the national championship. Um, yeah, because even like the 2020 year, the Rose Bowl, like that one wasn't that was the that wasn't a playoff year, but like they've been to they when it first started, they had the semifinal. I think they beat Jameis's team that year, if
Florida
I'm not
State,
mistaken. Yeah, if I remember correctly, they
probably.
beat Jameis and them. But I wouldn't call them playoff chokers as much as like the teams that had a bye were all disadvantaged. Every team with a bye went down 14-0 from the get.
The only
That's
team I'm gonna give a bye to is Georgia because their quarterback was out.
That is true.
yeah, that's true. But my thing it's tough to say because they had their Oregon's loss stemmed from Ohio State playing the week before, and they were more football ready
They were ready.
Mm.
than Oregon was. That happened to everyone. Texas almost lost to Arizona State, but they went up. They went up big in the beginning too. Um, what you call it, went up big against Georgia. Like every team went up big in the beginning, and the team with buys had to scratch a claw, fight back to you make it a game. But Oregon didn't really. But you don't go behind Ohio State to put the catch back up though. Like you don't. So
So, do you think they should have buys, or they should just everybody should need to just start playing?
I think it needs to be seated better.
Most definitely.
I think I think I think Oregon got the shit end of the stick on this one
Yeah.
because being the best team should not award you with Ohio State week your first game.
Right.
They should have had to play Arizona State or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they should have had to play the lowest seed. So it
I
the
think
way
everybody
it's set up
has
is
said.
tough.
Yeah. I
It's,
think
it was
everybody
tough.
has said that seeding has been a big issue with this one, or
Mm-hmm.
with the college playoffs, which is true. Uh, and maybe instead of I'm gonna just say this, instead of having athletic directors do it, or in like I don't know who else does it, maybe you should get actual coaches. Like somebody was saying, why don't you have like old coaches like Nick Saban and some of the others do it? You don't have them pick the teams because if Nick Saban goes in there, he gonna always pick Alabama. You saw what Michigan did to Alabama, so you know. But you don't have them pick the teams. You just have them seeded. I think you have actual like coach people or like people who've done play the game do the actual seeding. I think it might be a little bit better. I don't know. I just think that, that was definitely wrong. Like you said, Oregon should not be the number one team in the country, and then your first opponent is who everybody thought was the number one team in the country, which is Ohio State. right? So, um, also, Texas is frauds. I'm gonna just say that right now.
They're in the
It's
Final Four.
They're in the Final Four because of luck, and that's the only reason.
And,
Yeah,
and you had Quinn for the Heisman.
That was again. You can't say that to me when I said that. That was earlier in the season. That when the season first started. We
I'm just
see how
saying.
it progressed. After week 7, I said he's not in the Heisman, but that's besides the point. Texas is frauds because this is the 4th week in a row where they have gone up big and then have almost lost it. That's 4 weeks in a row. They're not going to get a 5th week like that. If they do the same thing again, they're going to lose. And if they miraculously get out of who they face, Penn State or Ohio State?
Ohio.
Oh
Ohio
yeah,
State.
they're not winning against Ohio State. If they do the same thing again, where they somehow get up big against Ohio State, and they let Ohio State come back, or how Ohio State, the way they are playing right now, is not going to let them. No, it's just not going to happen. That it has happened 4 weeks in a row. It happened in the SEC championship game. They was up big, and then Georgia came back. It happened in the Vanderbilt game. It happened. It happened in the Arizona State game, and it happened in the game before Vanderbilt or the game after Vanderbilt. I can't remember, but it was another game it happened in. It was like it was 4 weeks almost in a row where they went up big, and then they had to scramble to win at the last second. They're frauds. They're going to lose. Definitely against Ohio State. They might not even. You might not even have to worry about that part because I don't think Ohio State is going to not get any touchdowns or going to let them come up big. But if they do, and they, like I said, they let Ohio State come back, is they're going to lose their game. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Well, we'll see on Friday when they play. I think
right.
fraud is a tough word for it. Like you don't win. You don't be up there in the SEC if you're a fraud. Like I'm sorry. Like I can't. If it was like the Big 12 still, I could co-sign that. But they played SEC football this year, so
Well, you let everybody else say SEC football ain't nothing to talk about anymore. So,
those people don't watch football.
hey, I'm just saying what people say.
Those people who listen too much of Feinbaum or whatever his name is.
At the end of the day, I don't know who's gonna win. I don't know who's gonna win. It's all over the place. I truly don't know who's gonna win.
It's made for Ohio State to win right now.
I'm pretty that's more than likely what I'm going against. This Ohio State.
And you know what? You know who's gonna make the most be the most mad if Ohio State wins?
Ooh,
Ohio State fans.
they're gonna be mad.
Yeah, because they can't get rid of Ryan Day.
Oh, okay.
Yep, they want to get rid of Ryan Day so bad.
Hold on,
But
why?
if he wins a natty, because he can't beat Michigan.
Oh, yeah, I forgot they got that right.
They want to get rid of Ryan Day so bad. Like I was listening to friends who were literally cussing this man out, like about Ryan Day, how he doesn't recruit good quarterbacks anymore, how he's not doing this, how he's not doing that. I'm like, bro, like he lost like 5 games his whole career. You know, like
You can't lose to the rival more than
you can't. I get that. College football is a different beast when it comes to the rivalries. College football is a way different beast when it comes to the rivalry. You can't lose to the rivals. But like if Ryan Day got fired, I'll be happy if USC picks him up. Like it's a no brainer. He's a good coach. He's a good recruiter. Just the talent that's left there alone is enough to put a pro team together. You know, I don't know. Ohio State fans are they're gonna be happy they won, but they're gonna be mad at the same time because they can't get rid of Ryan Day.
Only time would tell. Now, before we head off, and before we say our closing remarks, one thing. I'm gonna start with Dad and LJ. You can go after Dad. North Carolina, what y'all think they gonna do?
Oh,
They'll be bowl eligible
Mmm.
because North Carolina was respectable beforehand. Like they were like, this North Carolina, they're all right. I don't think they were good this year because they lost Drake May, but they'll be respectable. Um, Belichick will be able to go in there and get some players in there because he has the
Resources.
he's one of the people that can say, hey, I know what it takes to make it in the pros. I know what it takes to win championships. And you selling that to a kid, and some kids will look past that, will look about winning and making it into in the pros, then as much getting more NIL than say going to I don't know, Big 12 ACC team, go Clemson or something like that, for more money.
Right.
Bill Belichick's going to steal some recruits this year, and people are going to be mad. That's all I'm saying.
What you think?
is it bad that I wanted to fail?
Why you wanted to fail?
I just don't know. I've never been maybe it's my long stem hatred for the Patriots when they was good and they used to play against my Colts with Peyton Manning. Maybe it's from that time, but I've never really liked Bill Belichick. But honestly, you know what I think's gonna happen? He's gonna be a reverse Nick Saban. And what I mean by that is he's good in the pro, but he ain't gonna be good in college.
Okay.
I think that's what's going to happen.
Will he leave in 2 years to go back to the pros?
Yes.
That's what Nick said. That's what Nick
Honestly,
Saban
So
did.
what his contract is? He got a 2-year contract.
I don't know.
He got like a 5-something year contract, and he has a rated contract that has 7. Is going to be his son will take over the team when he leaves or something like that.
What the hell?
When he
Is it
retired,
really,
yeah,
is it really in there?
yeah.
Isn't that what happened in the Patriots at one time? It was in there. Like
I don't know
Slade
about
had
the
to be the
Patriots.
offensive coordinator. That was
Yeah, something like that.
You talking about generational wealth?
Yeah.
Be like, hey, you.
The world was built on nepotism. Like you can't.
I'm gonna say, hey,
But
you don't gotta worry
his
about.
son sucks. That's the whole thing.
We know that. I'm just saying he don't gotta worry about getting a job because if it's guaranteeing a contract, like, hey, after 7 years, my son finna be the head coach, then I'm chilling.
That made me want to fail even more.
I'm chilling. Shoot, let my dad come to me and be like, hey, son, in 7 years, you finna be the head coach of University of North Carolina. I'm be like, oh, okay. So what you want me to do? Nothing. Bet I'm finna do what I'm finna just have fun, and then them last 2 years or 3 years, that's when I'm be like, all right, I'm finna get my head and put it in and learn these playbooks and coach and all that stuff.
You know, he had the reason he took that job anyway, so he could be close to his girlfriend. So
I'm pretty sure. And I ain't gonna say too much on the podcast because depending on how this blows up, I don't want.
the girl's in her, I think, was mid-20s. I think she's 20.
No, I'm just saying
out of college.
you already and we probably know the reason why he down there because North Carolina University is known for a party college.
Lord, okay.
I'm just saying.
Goodness.
But
Before we do the sign out real quick, I want to make a correction. Ohio State was actually the 8th seed, and they were the lowest seed to go in. So, like, they were the lowest seed to play Oregon. So, it was the way it was built. So, it holds true, and they are still the lowest seed to be in there. So, like, it was just bad luck. And, like, in my opinion,
Ohio State was never.
Arizona State should have never got the bye. Arizona State should not have gotten the bye. Just because they won the Big 12, there were like 25 teams that could have won the Big 12 this year. So like Big 12 is not the Big 12 it used to be. And I don't care what Camp Scatterbrew says, they were not that team and deserved to bye. So
I will give Kim Scatterbo his props though. Okay, he did do his thing. And I did not respect his game until I saw that Texas game.
I still don't respect it.
You got to give him a little respect.
No, because him going off on his teammates on the sideline that rubbed me the wrong way. Him talking about like he's the best back when clearly Alvin Gentry's out there. Him saying that he should have won the Heisman when clearly you're not even top 4, like you're not gonna be top 5 or whatever. It is like I understand being cocky and being confident, but like Scatterboo just rubbed me the wrong way. I can't tell you why, but he just does. I wasn't praying for his downfall. I wasn't hoping they lose. Actually, I was rooting for them to win when they were playing. I was like, okay, this is an upset here. I want to see at least one team with a bye make it to the next round. But they couldn't beat Texas in that double overtime game. So,
like I said, we'll see. We'll see. I'll go with Ohio. That's the only team I think that can win. I don't know.
Ohio State's going to win it. The path is clear.
I don't think right. Like I said Texas was frauds, and I don't trust Penn State or Notre Dame. So
Do you trust Quinn Ewers?
You heard what I said. I said they were frauds.
Only time will tell. But like Dad said, we'll see by Friday. But Dad, what you got to say to these listeners, man, so we can go ahead and close this thing out?
Appreciate everybody who listens. Sorry to the break, but like family, you spend time with our families and the holidays and everything like that. But we're back, and we'll see you next time.
Elja, what you got?
Thanks for listening. We got more coming because it's a new year. Same podcast. Same things.
And my closing remark is, I'm going to miss you, Jimmy Butler. That's all I got to say.
Jimmy Butler ain't going to miss you.
I'm going to miss him. He took us to 2 final games. And nobody believed in it.
I'm done.
Took y'all to the finals kicking and screaming.
Kicking and screaming, crying, huffing and puffing. He deserved to have his jersey on the banners.
Nah, hold up now.
What he did. That man took...
No, I agree.
That man took us to 2 finals.
With that ragtag team?
I'm talking about with that team, LJ?
Yeah, I agree.
Come on.
That's not far-fetched.
We beat Boston not once, not twice.
Boston was choking.
You beat the Bucks also though.
The Bucks is a legitimate one. Boston was choking. We was talking about it, Randall. I remember we had conversations. We were like, Boston chokes every time they get in this situation.
They did.
Okay,
they did.
Let's not.
But the team, but they did choke. But but come on now, the team that Boston had against the team Miami had, come on.
And they choked. I can't help it that
but
they
still,
choked.
his jersey need to be something. I don't know.
He
put his jersey in the rafters.
He needs some.
We can have a conversation about that later.
That was unheard of what the guy did. Especially with like Dad said, we had the Bucks and we had Boston. And we beat them back to back. We was number 8. We was in the play-in tournament.
And they made it to the finals in that bubble year. I will say that bubble year was the hardest championship.
Yes.
Because you had none of the luxuries of home, eating peanut butter sandwiches or whatever they was eating.
They was eating good.
From what I see, they was not eating all that good.
No. LeBron and them was eating good. Everybody else was getting lunch bags for what they said.
They were getting a bag of peanuts and some water.
They said LeBron and KD and Steph, all of them had personal shelves. Everybody else was getting lunch bags for what they were saying. But in all honesty, he need to get his jersey retired, bro. We was in the playing tournament. Then we beat Milwaukee 4-1 or 4-0 or something 42. Then we beat the number 2 seed Boston that same year as the number 8 seed and went to the finals. And we was injured in the finals.
Put it in the rafters.
He needs to be in the rafters.
I don't think so.
Come on.
If he would have won it, I'd be like, shit.
You got
You
he
wrong for that.
represented Miami.
You wrong
He
for
represented
that.
Miami. Other than D Wade, he represented Miami the best way he
That
could.
man put that team on his back with no
On
help.
his back.
That man put
I appreciate it. He did a great job. I just don't know. He got to get his number retired in the Raptors.
They have Michael Jordan's jersey retired.
Everybody has Michael Jordan jersey retired.
Not everybody know. The Chicago Bulls and the Washington Wizards do.
Wait a
And the
minute.
Miami Heat.
Wait a minute. What? That is a good question. Why the hell we got his jersey?
I thought everybody had the jersey
No.
retired.
No, I think all the teams retired 23. Like
No.
they
No.
didn't? Oh,
I
No.
thought they did.
I'll look it up right now.
I could have sworn.
Right.
I could have sworn
thought everybody had
majority of the
Jordan's
team.
number retired.
You could have wear 23.
Or maybe we retired for 1 year. Maybe
it was
that's
something
what it
like
was.
that. I know. Some teams you can't wear 23 because of Michael Jordan. I know that.
Right.
But if we got his
Okay,
jersey
let's
on the
see.
rafters, I want to know why the hell we got his. Why we
Right.
got his?
Because they don't
Only
make those
2 teams retired Michael Jordan's jersey. Chicago Bulls and Miami Heat.
That makes absolutely no sense. I did not know that.
Why are we?
So you're telling me Michael Jordan can be in the rafters, but Jimmy Butler can't?
I think that's stupid.
Now,
That's,
time
but
out.
no,
What the
it's
hell
Pat
Michael
Riley.
Jordan
No,
did to
that's-
Miami, though?
That's Pat Riley thing. That's something Pat Riley did.
It gotta be, because what the hell
That's a Pat Riley thing.
what Michael Jordan did to Miami?
Nothing.
Besides beat our ass.
Nothing. That's something Pat Riley did. Because that's his homeboy.
I ain't gonna lie to you, he ain't gonna because he beefing with Pat and Eric. I don't think his jersey gonna be on the route.
After all that goes down, like I'm not saying retire it today, but once the beef dies down,
They need to put it on there, because that was a historical run we had when we was in a playing tournament, beat the number 1 seed, Milwaukee Bucks. I'm talking about they were full healthy.
We can talk about it in 10 years.
Then we
In 10
beat a
years,
full
We
healthy
can talk about it.
Boston Celtics when they had damn near
Yeah, choked.
they did choke 4-2.
when Jimmy Butler goes on
4-2.
his retirement tour, you retire his number then.
They got to. Yeah, they got to. That was a historical run. Even LeBron James probably could pull that off.
He did.
We ain't gonna talk about that. But anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed his podcast.
He
'Cause
did it twice.
he
with
he yeah, because he came from 3-0 from Golden State. Like I said, we ain't gonna talk about that. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this episode. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming. Football, basketball, probably depending on how WWE goes, because John Cena doing his farewell tour. So we probably gonna talk about that too, because our GOAT is retiring, and that broke my heart. But so y'all probably get prepared for some WWE content as well, because everybody, I'm pretty sure Dad love the hell out of wrestling too. So all of us,
I do.
we love wrestling, especially John Cena. So we probably gonna talk about some of that. But other than that, man, we back. Took a little break over the holidays and all that good stuff to spend time with family. But other than that, my name is Randall. With me, as always, my boy LJ and the OG Dad. And together, we go by the name of the 2 for 1 Special Podcast. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed this week's episode, and we will catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.
Peace. Jane Daniels for Rookie of the Year.